Hi, and welcome back to Nursing You. I am Lisa Blake, and I want to thank you whether this is your first time coming to be with us or whether you are rejoining us to watch another video. I'm excited to share this content. I think it's going to be very helpful for you. And I want to ask you this question. Are you thinking about leaving the bedside? If you are thinking about leaving the bedside, don't worry, you are not alone. The American International Association for Healthcare Recruitment in 2021 did a study. They surveyed 1,000 nurses and found that about a third of them wanted to leave the bedside. So you're not alone. And there are many, many reasons that you have. Your reasons are your own. I just want to be able to help you to think through this and get through this process. So I have 3 things I want you to consider if you are thinking about leaving the bedside. Number 1, I want you to think about how long you've been feeling this way. And this matters because sometimes our feelings are temporary. Something's going on externally or internally, and we're just feeling like we're just not feeling it, and we're not sure why. So I want you to examine how long you've been feeling this way about bedside nursing. I also want you to think about that some things around us are temporary situations. Like we pray the pandemic is temporary, right? So if the pandemic were to go away tomorrow, would you feel differently about bedside nursing? The second thing I want you to think about is, on your best day, what do you love about bedside nursing? And conversely, on your worst day, what is it that you hate about bedside nursing rather. I remember that I was getting off of the off ramp to my job, and my stomach would just be in knots every time I would get on that exit, and I knew that that maybe a change needed to happen. So in each scenario, when you're thinking about best day, worst day, I want you to ask yourself, what in that is under my control? Because if there are some things that you can control, if you can change your behaviors or change something within your locus of control, right? We talk in nursing about internal and external locus of control. Is that something that can be impacted? If it's not under your control, then you have one of your answers right there. And each answer you come up with is going to help you to make a decision either to stay or go. And whether you decide to stay or go is yours and yours alone. But I just invite you to really be honest with yourself about why you're thinking about leaving. And if you are honest with yourself, I promise you, you will walk towards the right answer. And in thinking about best day, worst day, what's in your control, what's not in your control, I want us to think about something called a SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And let me explain a little bit about what that looks like. For example, with bedside nursing, you might say, gosh, Lisa, one of the strengths of bedside nursing is I get to work with some amazing nurses, and I get to up my game every day because of who I work with, and I'm learning so much. You might say, well, but actually one of the weaknesses is our teamwork. We have horrible teamwork, and it makes it miserable for me to come every day. What are the opportunities? Well, maybe you might say, well, I'm okay with bedside nursing. I'm on the med-surg floor, but I do want to go to ICU. So in that scenario, that would be a potential opportunity that bedside nursing is affording you, where you can move there at some point in time. What is a threat? Gosh, a threat might be, staffing is horrible, and I'm afraid or concerned that if this continues much longer, we're just really going to work in unsafe nursing conditions, unsafe staffing conditions, and that's really concerning to me, and I'm worried about my license. That would be a threat. So the other thing that I think is great and awesome that I would like to give to you about the SWOT is you can do a personal inventory with the SWOT analysis tool. And again, this is a tool. Don't let it freak you out. This is at your disposal. Use it, don't use it. I personally like the SWOT analysis because it's really, really simple and low maintenance. And who doesn't need that, right? So, for example, a SWOT analysis of your own personal strengths might be like, gosh, I'm a really great at organization and prioritization. That is my strength. And what is my weakness? Well, I'm not so great with one-on-one patient interaction or talking with the physicians. I really don't know how to do that in a way. I get all scrambled and jumbled, and I start stuttering, and I really don't know what to say when I have to give the physician a report, and I'm waiting on him to tell me what the next set of orders are going to be. So when you do a SWOT analysis for yourself, it's actually going to help your resume, and it will really help you in terms of when you have that interview. So you can speak to your strengths and your opportunities too in a way that presents you in the very best light to the person or the organization that you're interviewing with.